Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, we got some issues here and I don't want to scare you, but it's a matter of information here, so I would like to share this with you. This article comes from Yahoo and it's from Autoblog from July 21st, 2022, and this is the title. Nearly half of drivers use potentially impairing medications, AAA study says. I think it's American Automobile Association, AAA. So, nearly half of drivers, when you drive in the United States, use potentially impairing medications. All right, let's see what we expose ourselves, not only us, but also the people who drive those vehicles. While we accept as fact that some drivers on the US roads may take medications, a new AAA Foundation study found that nearly half of US drivers may be using potentially driver impaired medications, PDI, and worse, that many of them have no idea that their medication can hamper their ability to drive safely. Nearly 50% of respondents in AAA's study of drivers age 16 and up admitted using one or more drugs with potentially impairing effects. One or more drugs with potentially impairing effects is antihistamines, cough medications, antidepressants, prescription pain medication, muscle relaxers, sleep aids, including barbiturates and benzodiazepines, and amphetamines in the past 30 days. And I'm quoting, the proportion of those choosing to drive is higher among those taking multiple medication. Did you hear that? The proportion of those choosing to drive is higher among those taking multiple medications. AAA brief said, and I'm quoting again, more concerning, many who took these medications to combat depression, pain, or sleep issues were not warned by their healthcare provider regarding the possible dangerous impact on driving. Many potentially driver impairing medication have potential effects that can be dangerous when mixed with driving, including dizziness, sleepiness, fainting, blurred vision, slowed movement, and attention problems, the study said. While the number who responded saying they consumed only one of these PDIs in the past 30 days, left chart, I can't put it here, seem low in the context of AAA's almost 50% figure. They do not account for respondents who were using more than one of those medications, which is where the response rate balloons to more than 40%. Further compounding the issue, in fact, that among those who reported yes to using any number of PDIs, a large number indicated that they had used them with 2 hours of getting behind the wheel. Our research finds that many drivers are taking one or more potentially impairing medications before getting behind the wheel, said Dr. David Young, Executive Director of the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety. It is important for medical professionals to offer clear consultation to their patients of the possible risks and ensure they understand them. The study discussion also points out that some PDIs can actually have beneficial impact on driving. The amphetamine, go to war now. The amphetamine category, for example, includes medication prescribed for neurodivergent conditions such as ADHD or narcolepsy. Many of these medications, if used properly and under the supervision of a doctor, are net positive influences on the recipients. Similarly, some antihistamines are much more likely than others to impair driving, and medications such as nasal steroid sprays used to treat allergy symptoms might, example Flonase, might be misreported and as antihistamines, but are unlikely to impair driving at all, AAA said. Furthermore, for many medications, there is a lack of definitive research establishing that the associated degree in crash risk is due to the effects of the medication and not the associated medical condition. So again, nearly half of drivers use potentially impairing medications, and more than 50%, and more the biggest category in this 50% or nearly 50% are the ones who use more than one medication. I think I can assure you, I don't want to assure you anything because it happened to me. Not about medication, but I was amazed. So I played soccer, football, soccer in the United States, football everywhere in the world. So I played soccer, football as a Romanian, as a coming here in America and so on. So, you know, after a while you play in all kind of old boys teams and all that. So I succeeded in breaking both my ankles. First, I think the left one, and second, the right one. So I went to the doctor both times, obviously. I went to the doctor and he didn't touch me. He stayed about 2 to 3 meters away from me, on the other side of the office. He looked at me. I told him. He didn't come closer. He didn't touch my ankle. Nothing. He said, put ice and you know, do not move much. That was all he told me. And I said, how about if I take some, I mean, my family, my mom was a pharmacist, my aunt was a doctor. We have in the family a lot of discussion, so I kind of know things like this, and I read about. So anyway, so I asked the doctor, the professional, shouldn't I take some ibuprofen? Because, you know, ibuprofen has a how do you call that? Works against, it's anti-inflammatory. So it's an inflammation over there, and it works in, you know, sucking it in. And I asked, can I get that? Not, you know, Tylenol for pain or something like that, but ibuprofen, because I knew ibuprofen has this. I said, oh, I guess you can take. This was his answer. I guess you can take. He said, don't move and put ice. That's it. He didn't touch me. He didn't come close. Nothing. So I really believe, and not believe, it's very possible that I'm not bitching. My experience, direct experience with doctors in the United States is not a good one. It's not a good one. I'm going to give you another example. I went with one of my daughters. I went to a medic, and I don't know, she was about 18 months old, or 19 months or 18 months old. So, you know, they went to the hospital, they CAT scan her, they do all kind of things, and then the doctor came in the room. My daughter was here and I was over here, and he started talking to me, telling me that I'll be okay. I have no concussions, nothing, everything is good, just fine. And I was thinking, what do you mean? And he thought I was the patient because it was 18 months over there, and he thought it was 18 years of age. So that's how prepared he was when he got that. Yeah, there may be overworked and all that, but it's not only that. There were many others when I was like, I suggested what I should do, and they said, oh, yeah, I guess you do. Yeah, that's a good idea. What the? Did I come to you or you came to me? Which one is it? Nevertheless, as I said, I'm not bitching. I found good ones, but I found bad ones. And bored. That's what they are, bored. And these guys, yeah, probably they just, and besides, when they prescribe medication, they ask you if you have any questions, and when you go to pick up your medication, you go over there and they say, do you have any questions? Yeah, why don't you stay here about half an hour and explain what the hell am I buying here? But it's usually just want to get out of there and say, yeah, no, I'm good. But it's over there in the list, over there, it's a very nice printed piece of paper. It tells you directions. It tells you what could happen, when you take it, when you should not take it. And so adverse, reactions, it's just for you to read. But you don't read, and then there you go. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.